What is going on, guys? This is Mando with M Traders, and today we're going to be talking about natural gas and natural gas ETFs, just as I do in most of my videos. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to learn more how to trade the gases, so what do I think is driving natural gas prices up or down, make sure you do subscribe on the bottom link down below. And also, if you are not following me stock tweets or Twitter, make sure you do so. I have the link right up there. There you go. So with no further ado, let's get started. So let's get started. So one of the websites that I use, or one of the weather model services that I use, is HFIR weather website. Why? Because it's actually pretty cheap, and for the entire year it's only $150. So if you guys like what you see, I put a link on the description down below so you can start your own service, and it's actually, in my opinion, is going to help you out a lot. So let's get to it. So one of the things I want to mention is this Nina's commentary. So this is an artificial intelligence AI, which what it does, it kind of breaks it down on what is going on according to the weather models, right? So 1 to 5 day is bearish with cooler weather, decreasing electric air conditioning demand for population centered in the US. The 6 to 10 day weather is neutral with both signs of warm and cold weather across the country. The 10 to 15 day is neutral with signs for both warm and cold weather across the country. 16-day forecast is 35% bullish, 25% bearish, 40% neutral. So they're kind of all over the place, right? So let's get started. If you guys were watching my last video, we were actually bottoming out right over here. I did not see this hump coming up on the last time I looked at the weather models, right? So I did not see this hump, so that means that we actually going to recover some TDDs, or total day degrees, which is something that I'm looking forward to. So let's look at the 1 to 5 days. So from my perspective, yeah, for me this is kind of neutral to bearish on the 1 to 5 day. This is, for me, I want to say it's kind of mostly bullish, right? However, I do want to see it in the orange. So eventually, once we start hitting the summer months, when it comes to June, July, we should start seeing this becoming very, very hard, which I think is going to drive the prices of natural gas up. And 10 to 15 day, half and half, say this is neutral from my own opinion. So from my own opinion, I think that looks neutral. It doesn't have a lot more coverage throughout the United States like I wanted to see. I want to see more hot weather throughout the United States so it can trigger more demand. Now, fundamentally speaking, I do believe that prices start going up, right? And one of the things that I think is going to trigger that, and if you guys saw the last video, I did talk about how I was hoping or waiting for when the US is going to start opening back up the economy, right? We want to see the industrial section actually getting more active, which is going to draw a lot more demand. And right now, I believe when we were, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, we were about 96% of the United States was in lockdown. Now I see it more like a 75% of the United States or industrial activity being on lockdown. So little by little, we're starting to gain that additional demand besides just the house or the homes consumption. We also starting to gain some demand in the industrial sector, which should trigger the perfect storm. So for, again, what do I think the perfect storm is? I think the perfect storm is whenever we start seeing the industrial sector actually getting more active, it's going to create more demand for natural gas. And also the oil rig counts keep going lower, but I want to see more acceleration on the rig counts of oil, because gas is also, you know, it's a byproduct of oil. So you have associated gas rig counts, which will affect the production of natural gas. As well, we need to see LNG exports actually getting more and more orders. We have not seen that just yet, but in the near future, I know the exports are going to trigger even more demand. And lastly, is the weather models need to start turning more bullish. I mean, the 10 to 15 day forecast, it's not bad. It's not a, you know, all hell is going to break loose to the downside, but it's not extremely bullish as I want it to be. So I'm paying close attention to the weather models to see if it's going to be triggering a little bit more demand when it comes from the weather factor, but also I'm paying attention of the industrial sectors to see how many more are becoming more active, which is going to create a lot more demand. So a 25% increase in demand, that's not bad. We went down from like 96 down to 75% of the United States being in lockdown. So that's something I'm waiting for. And if you guys are not part of a group that, you know, can share your thoughts with other traders, make sure you go into the description down below. I do have a link to my Discord chat, so you can just go ahead, click on that link, and you're gonna be able to join, you know, hundreds of other traders that are interested in trading, not just natural gas, but trading equities, trading like the SPY, trading like oil, Tesla, Amazon, you name it. So make sure you guys do click on the link down below. And I do have other services that I use for trading. So anything that you may think might be interested, you check them out. You know, it's going to help me, it's going to help the channel, and hopefully it also helps you. And I'm definitely very comfortable saying that those services have been helping me out a lot. So I would not recommend them if I don't think they're worth it. But to be honest, I do think they're worth it. So that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. And again, happy Mother's Day to everybody that's out there. If you're a mother or if you have a mother, make sure you do celebrate. Make sure you say happy Mother's Day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.